of As the World Turns.
Where did you pick up all this malicious gossip? Is it going around town? Does everybody know?
Well, I got it straight from the source. No third party involved.
Oh, of course you did. You're such a good friend with Craig. He came and told... Better yet, Emily. You're Emily's confidant.
Actually, I overheard them both in a Chinese restaurant. They didn't know I was in the booth in back of them.
Well, you overheard incorrectly. You misread what you heard.
I don't think so. Their indiscretions came over loud and clear.
Right there in the restaurant?
No. Actually, Emily invited Craig back to her hotel room to continue some TLC he'd obviously been giving her.
I don't want to hear any more about this. I really don't. Don't get comfortable. Rework the Millbrook. Go on, rework that. Thelma, is the messenger standing by? Just give me a little time.
You know, it's a dang good thing we talked Monica Eldridge into putting her hat in the ring. If Monica and Evan and I all get on the board, we'll have a fighting chance.
You know, Cal, I'm just afraid that Emily has won Evan over.
Let's hope he has better sense than that. And let's hope that he remembers that this is a family business, his family.
Excuse me.
Sure, dear.
Here are the election results. Ah, thank you.
Good luck, darling.
Thank you. I call this meeting to order. I have the election results right here, so I won't keep any of us in suspense any longer. I will read the list of the new board of directors in alphabetical order. So when your name is called, please come and take your seat on the stage here. Ed Brewster. Guy Dexter. Monica Eldridge. Emily Stewart. Cal Strickland. Connor Walsh. I will take my seat last. And finally, James Evan Walsh III. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your new board of directors. The stockholders may now take a break while the new board discusses the elections for the officers for the coming year.
You know, I don't really think we need to bother to do that. Why don't we just have an open vote right now?
What makes Sunsweet Orange and Lemon Essence Pitted Prunes so irresistible?
Zesty, tangy.
I can smell the citrus in it.
I would never thought of an orange and a prune. I'd like to know how you guys did that.
How did they do that?
Why VO5 hot oil?
So you don't have to worry about daily damage. Used before you shampoo, only VO5 has a patented bonding system that penetrates to deep condition. Leaves hair strong, healthy.
Why Alberto VO5 once a week does so much.
Disney's The Lion King is a classic for the whole family to enjoy. Now you can capture the charm of these delightful characters with our exclusive Hallmark Keepsake Ornament Collection. All your children's favorites are here to be cherished for years to come. The Lion King collection is part of our 1994 Hallmark Keepsake Ornament premiere, beginning July 23rd. For the store nearest you hosting a Keepsake Ornament premiere, call 1-800-HALLMARK. It's an event you won't want to miss.
Being married to a dentist, we're always getting free samples of toothpaste. But what do? I buy Mentadent.
Introducing the refill from Mentadent, the only fluoride toothpaste with baking soda and peroxide in a pump.
This is great. You pop this out very simply. There's less plastic. You pop the new one in. It has the ingredients my husband feels are essential, and I save money. You know, Mentadent is accepted by the American Dental Association. My husband would never recommend a product that wasn't.
Where's the boss?
I don't know. I thought she was with you.
Kirk. About this morning, I wish we could just forget about the whole thing.
Yeah, no problem. Everybody says things they don't mean, even me.
We have to work together, so, what do you say we make the subject of our personal lives off limits?
Absolutely.
Hi, gentlemen. Good afternoon. Do you know where Lucinda is?
She's out. Can I do something for you?
Well, yes, actually, she was concerned about the sudden disappearance of her sister, and I wanted to tell her I saw Samantha at Fashions earlier.
Oh, it's very nice of you to report, but actually, Lucinda saw Sam last night.
I see.
Well, can I show you out?
Thank you. I also would like to see the potential client list.
Actually, Lucinda keeps that under lock and key.
Where is it?
You know where that list is?
Actually, I've been meaning to get Lucinda to tell me where that is, but she hasn't
so
told
you'd have
me
to wait
yet,
for her to
so.
dig it up for you.
Perhaps you can tell me when she intends to return.
Well, actually, I'm not sure, but I have some calls to make. I'll try and find out.
Will you tell Lucinda I was here?
Absolutely.
No sugar. Maybe next time order a decaf. Where you working? Well, you're having a great day, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that sleazeball Barner fingered me out to the cops again for rigging up that elevator at the BRO factory.
You're kidding.
No, and when I get my hands on that guy, I'm going to teach him to keep his big mouth shut.
Remind me to never get on your bad side.
No, I don't think you can get on my bad side if you try.
Hey, Rosanna.
Hi, Sam.
Hey.
A decaf hazelnut, if you have it.
Sure. Come right up.
So why aren't you cheerleading Mr. Fast Track at the big meeting today?
Mr. Fast Track? That's pretty lame.
Yeah, well, give me 30 seconds. I'll come up with something better.
You know what? Save your breath. I'm really not interested in hearing you put down Evan.
No? Now, what are you interested in?
Well, for starters, you could tell me what happened with the police. Didn't you get called down to the station last time I saw you?
Look, I'm out of here. Take it easy.
What is his problem?
Oh, he's a bit of a wiseacre, but I don't think he's such a bad guy.
I can't figure him out. You know, one day I see him, he's nice to me, talks to me like we're old friends. The next time I see him, he's rude or he ignores me like that.
No, it's just a defense mechanism. I mean, basically, he's just shy.
No, shyness is definitely not his problem. You know what I think it is? I think his huge ego just can't handle it when a woman's not attracted to him.
What are you saying, Rosanna? That you're not attracted to him?
To Mike?
Yeah, to Mike.
No, I don't think so. In fact, the more I see him, the more lucky I feel to have a guy like Evan. Evan may have his faults. He's got a couple, you know, but at least he's open and he's honest with me, you know? At least he wants a serious relationship. This guy, Mike, I don't think the word commitment exists in his vocabulary.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever floats your boat. You know, contrary to Noah's Ark, not everybody ends up in pairs. I enjoy the freedom of being single. I have no one to report to, I don't have anyone to answer to, and basically, I'm just responsible for myself.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that. I mean, I felt that same way when I first came here. Back when I first met Evan, I was so sure that I did not want to fall in love with him. But, you know, I'm glad that I did.
Yeah, well, there's some things you just can't give yourself into.
How do you not give in to falling in love?
You choose not to act on it, no matter what the cost.
Oh.
Look, not everything works out the way that you want. Sometimes you've got to make a tough decision. You got to stick to it. Look, there's something that I've got to take care of. So, just if you need anything, Dulcie's in the back. Okay, I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
But why did we come here? Did we just come to the mall to buy this baby swing?
Look, I know we're not even supposed to be out. We should probably be home. But, you know, as long as we're here, we found some pretty interesting stuff, didn't we?
Oh, we sure did.
Good afternoon. Can I help you with anything?
No. All right, are you going to tell me why we're here?
I'd like to see your sexiest negligees for pregnant women, please. And the ones that come with a robe. Certainly, the BRO maternity line, I'll get it.
Oh, look, this is not the time to be buying maternity clothes. It's not like I'm going to get a lot of use out of them.
Oh, come on, I'm not letting you go to Memorial Hospital in that ratty old robe of yours.
Honey, can't we be just a little bit sensible and get something after the baby is born?
Are you kidding? You're giving me a daughter. The least I can do is give you a nice robe and a sexy negligee.
All right.
Okay? I think I have just the thing.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that family. Oh, that's so pretty.
Okay, Slick, I want to know why you fingered me out to the cops.
Every day, millions of women fall prey to the same sharp object, the razor. Fortunately, new Silk Effects from Schick has silky fine wires wrapped around twin blades to protect you from nicks and cuts. And since Silk Effects leaves your legs silky smooth, why use any other razor? New Silk Effects from Schick. Shave safely.
Finally, the only chocolate cream pie good enough to be called Sara Lee. Luckily, there's also lemon meringue and coconut cream.
Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
What's new under the Nabisco roof today?
Attention moms, get baseball cards signed by Hall of Famers, real autographs. Look under the Nabisco roof in the cookie cracker aisle. They'll thank you. And how often does that happen?
Don't you just love it when something amazing comes along like this that makes life easier? Then you love Easy Fit undergarments from Depend. Look, convenient adjustable strap tabs by the Velcro companies. Just lift and press for a custom fit. And the better the fit, the better the protection. Easy Fit undergarments from Depend. Because you've got a lot of living to do.
It was 1 a.m. I'm hurting, I can't sleep, and I'm worried about taking something. Is it okay? What am I gonna feel like in the morning? Finally, I take Tylenol PM. It stops my pain, it helps me sleep, and next morning, I am up with the sun and I feel great. Poor old Ralph can't even keep up. And I'm thinking, it's gonna be a beautiful day.
Rest easy. It's Tylenol PM.
Come on, tough guy, talk! You will let go. No, answer me! Back off!
Break it up, break
No, I'm not done with you, pal.
You got something to settle
No,
it
I'll
outside.
settle it right here, man.
Listen, that's it. I'm calling the police.
Okay. Look. We're not done. We're not done. You have messed with the wrong guy, and I will eat you alive.
Are you okay?
Fine. I knew when Barbara hired that man that he was dangerous.
What did he mean about your fingering him to the cops?
Hal and Detective Hughes have both been asking me a lot of questions about who's been hanging around here lately, who might have access to BRO mailing labels. I gave them a list of names, and Mike's name was among them. He's the only one who's attacked me, though. This really makes me think he could be involved.
Have you got a phone I can use?
Yes, it's right there.
So, how is Barbara doing?
She's better and better. She's working at home with Hal now.
I can't even get on an elevator anymore without thinking about what happened to her. I mean, it makes me want to take the stairs, except in my condition, that's not easy.
You know, that's another thing that bothers me. This Mike, he's a construction worker, he's a mechanic. If anybody would know how to sabotage an elevator, that's the guy. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Sure. Hello, Susan. Oh, hello.
Don't tell me you're buying maternity clothes this close to your due date.
Yes, Ellen, actually, that's exactly what we're doing. Larry doesn't want me in my old robe on the maternity ward.
How things going? Going well?
Mm-hmm. Very well. You can tell Emily everything is fine.
That is not why I asked. And I really am glad that things are going well.
Excuse me, I've got an emergency. I'm going to have to get to the hospital.
Oh,
Ellen, no, will you make sure that Susan gets home all right?
Oh, I'd be glad to.
Thanks. You don't mind, do you?
No. All right, you go on.
Okay. Just make sure she doesn't get out of here without buying a new robe. Will you please? I love you.
Love you too. Oh, look, don't put yourself out. I can get a cab.
No, I wouldn't hear of it. Besides, it's not out of my way. Actually, I'm going to stop by the Lakeview to see Emily and find out how the election went.
Well, that would be good for her to win that, I guess.
Yes. It might keep her mind off the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Susan, what is it?
Nothing. I think it's just a little twinge.
Well, congratulations on the seat on the board.
Thank you. I'm glad I could help.
Thanks.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Monica.
Sure.
Well, it's easy to see why Emily insisted on this recess. She's working on Ed Brewster for all she's worth. We gotta wander over there and find out what kind of extravagant promises she's making to get that vote.
Well, from the looks of it, it's not hard to guess.
I hope she knows that gentlemen's agreements aren't going to be worth much when the voting starts.
Well, thank you very much for the testimonial from Strickho you gave on my behalf.
Oh, it's my pleasure. If I had my way, Emily would be out on her. And you'd be CEO. Of course, then if I had my way, a lot of things would be different.
Now, Ed, I'm surprised. I don't know the stockholder whose proxy you voted.
Duplain Corporation.
Duplain Corporation. Well, I'm surprised I don't know anyone over there, especially since they hold such a large block of our stock.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. You find out who Ed Brewster's voting for?
He's not telling. Evan, if he votes for Connor, it's all over for me. You might as well vote for her, too. But if he votes for me, I'll win. As long as I have your support.
Emily, I can't do that to Connor in an open vote.
Evan, did your sister give you half the opportunities I gave you when I was in charge? Does she believe in you the way I do? Look, this vote is about your future. Our future.
Okay, let's get started. I call the meeting back to order. We will get right to the business of having the new board elect their officers. And the first vote will be for Chief Executive Officer. My executive assistant, Jane Bingham, will now take the podium and call for votes in alphabetical order.
You have two nominees for Chief Executive Officer. Connor Jameson Walsh is running for re-election, and Emily Stewart is running against her. And when I call your name, please state aloud your choice for Chief Executive Officer. Edward Brewster?
I abstain.
Guy Dexter?
I vote for Emily Stewart.
Monica Eldridge?
I vote for Connor Walsh.
Emily Stewart?
I vote for myself.
Cal Strickland?
Connor Walsh.
Connor Walsh?
I vote for myself.
James Evan Walsh III.
We'll take a brief recess here.
What do I do now?
You vote for me.
But that'll make it a tie.
It's all right. Then it'll go to the floor, and I know I'm going to win out there. I've got the votes.
If you're sure.
I'm sure.
Oh.
going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and going.
Wow, looks like some of you still haven't tried Glints, the conditioning color enhancer. Look, it just gives your color a kick. See, it's not hair color, it's subtle color.
A little bit of color.
And there's no ammonia or peroxide. It even conditions your hair. That's good! But the coolest thing, Glints washes out in 8 shampoos. 8 is great! So there's no commitment. Nothing. None. Zero. Nada. So come on, what are you waiting for?
Glints by Clairol.
Go on, give your color a little kick.
If you suffer from an inflamed, itchy rash caused by eczema, psoriasis, or other skin irritations, you can get the relief medication formerly available only by doctor's prescription. It's the medicine in maximum strength cortisone 10. Look, cortisone 10 applied to this itchy rash gets under the itch for soothing relief and help in healing. See? The rash is gone. To relieve itchy rashes and skin irritations, use maximum strength cortisone 10 with the medicine doctors recommend most. Available without prescription.
Oh, excuse me. Have you seen Mr. Montgomery? The guy outside said that he was here.
Yeah, I think he's upstairs.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, hey. You looking for me?
Yeah, actually, I was. There's something that... Greg!
Are you sure this is what you want?
Absolutely sure. Hello, nice to see you. And you. Don't get up. How's the baby?
What the hell is she doing?
I don't know, but it's a safe bet it's not idle curiosity.
This meeting is now called back to order. Jane, would you remind us how the votes stand, please?
2 votes for Emily Stewart, 3 votes for Connor Jameson Walsh, 1 abstention.
Let's continue the vote, please.
Evan Walsh.
Emily Stewart.
Order, please. Could we quiet down, please?
Well, since it's a tie, we'll have to throw the votes to the floor.
That won't be necessary. I've changed my mind. I'd like to vote after all.
So you wear this against your chest, see, so the baby can feel your heart beating. I had one of these with Emily, but she hated it.
So much more equipment these days for a baby than when I was having mine.
Thank goodness for disposable diapers, though.
Yeah.
Here's your robe and nightie.
Thank you, Lois.
Oh, what is it? Another twin?
No, I think this is the real thing.
This graph shows a painful nighttime leg cramp. But Q-Val, a muscle relaxant plus vitamin E, not only relieves knotted leg muscles, it helps prevent cramping for a good night's sleep. Q-Val helps stop leg cramps before they start.
The age-old concept of one vitamin fits all has just been one-upped. Introducing today's One-A-Day, the only multivitamin with a range of 5 scientifically balanced formulas for different needs. Now there's a One-A-Day for women with more calcium. 55 plus with extra antioxidants which may reduce cell damage. Plus 3 more formulas designed for who you are and how you live. Now the first name in vitamins introduces a new line of vitamins. One-A-Day. We've got the one for you.
Great house. You know, I think the world would be a better place if people could sit down together and enjoy a good meal.
Welcome.
I also think to some extent the world would be a better place if chicken is as good on the inside as it is on the outside. That's why we make our extra tasty crispy chicken real crispy on the outside and real tasty on the inside. That may not make for a better world, but it sure makes for a better meal. If you give someone a good meal at a fair price, they'll come back to you.
Got a taste for something new.
New creamy chilled desserts.
Betty's got it.
Mix it. Chill it. There's no baking to it.
Betty's got it. Betty's got it.
A
foggy night, a car on the tracks, and a speeding diesel collide in a deadly crash.
It was just a race for time. He needed the trauma center.
Rescue 911, Tuesday. In a place where dreams come true.
I want a one-way ticket to California.
There's a town where fantasies steam to life.
Is it hot here or what?
It's hot.
But where desire can turn dreams into nightmares. August 4th, check in to Hotel Malibu.
If Emily wins tomorrow, she'll win big. But what if she loses? What in the world will happen? Find out tomorrow as the world turns. And watch out, Springfield. Alan Spaulding is coming back, and there will be hell to pay. Next on Guiding Light.
Maternity fashions by Motherhood. Leather fashions by Sienna. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.